Hey everyone, welcome to Jackalope Tales. Bonus. Yeah, extra bonus. Surplus. I don't know, but yeah. So see, we think alike.
I'm Lisa Umbarger. I used to be the bass player, the original bass player for the Toadies.
Yes, I'm Charles Mooney. I was the original guitarist and founder also of the Toadies. We've got my satchel or whatever you would call it.
It was a business satchel.
Yeah.
There was a gift from Charles's father.
Yes, he bought it for me when I started moving up in banking, and he felt like I needed to have my papers protected and look professional. And now I use it for all my toady.
And it might have some extra banking stuff in there too, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, probably so. It's got
So-
all of our statements.
So we thought Charles teased earlier, and he said that we're going to just reach in here and just grab something, Toadies
Yeah.
memorabilia, and talk about it.
Yeah.
So we don't even know what we're going to grab.
No, there's tons of crazy stuff in there. Flyers, there's set lists, photos.
Could be a picture of Todd's wiener, his dog Fred.
Oh, I still wish we had those from Oklahoma.
Oh my God.
That's
Yes.
another story.
All
So,
right,
do you
reach
want to
in
do
there.
it?
Yeah, go ahead and get something out of there.
Okay. Oh my God, this is kind of wild. Yeah, let's see. I don't want to grab something too chunky. Let's see. Well, hell. I know the grabbing takes forever.
That's what she said.
Okay. Well,
Don't rip anything.
no, I won't.
Oh my God. You. Okay, this is
Oh
actually
my God.
a really good place to start.
Yeah, you'll see a picture of this down below, but this is the first flyer of our Toady show at the Axis, April 27, 1988, maybe 87.
89? Was it 80s?
Yeah, it was late 80s.
Oh my God, we have the set list on the back.
Yes. So this was, I remember loving Butthole Surfers stuff and Dead Kennedy stuff. And in a bunch of the inserts in Dead Kennedy's booklet, in their albums, they loved, because I'm trying to remember the name of the guy that did all the artwork, Winston or something.
I can't even remember the name.
But he loved putting black bars on people's eyes to kind of just make it creepy. And on that one, I took pictures from different places. I've got Shimmering Andy Gibb. That was a poster that was Mylar.
And he says, he's almost alive.
Oh my God, it
He
foretold.
reflects. He's almost alive.
And he wasn't dead then. And then that's a picture of a fox on a guy's cock. It was from like I think my sister got Fredericks of Hollywood catalog.
a catalog.
And I cut that out. And then I just found a burn victim.
He looks like the cartel did something to him.
It really, yeah, you're right.
What does this quote say? I would very much appreciate if whoever took the skull would just return it, even if they leave it on the doorstep, he said. I just want my skull back. No questions asked.
I think that may have been someone with like a cow skull that
Right.
had it displayed on the porch.
Who knew?
But it was just kind of, we got the gig and I had to throw something together, and everyone was like, well, just come up with something. And I was like, oh yeah, this will be fun.
I don't even know who we're playing with.
I don't even remember. I think we may have been the opening act.
Well, yeah.
I mean, for sure, because it was our very first show.
Is this the first one?
Yeah, that's the very first show we did.
Then we played with Hydrogen City.
Oh, you are right. Michael Parker's band.
Hydrogen
Yes.
City.
Shout out, Michael.
And so I'm going to go to the other side of this flyer because we needed paper, so
Yeah.
we wrote the set list.
Yeah. We wrote the set list, and we were so new to the songs, I made notes of what needed to be done during some of it.
Right, like Surfer Rosa says delay vocals and guitar.
Yeah. Jaguar, delay the vocals, so I had to hit the delay pedal on that one. And then I always forgot the C note, so I circled that one. So it's from E to C. Ja squared, of course, stood for
Ja.
Ja.
I don't even remember that song, but I remember I loved it. It was an instrumental.
Yeah, I mean, it was the bum, bum, bum.
Yes.
And then Todd would go, bum, dun, dun, and then it just went into this chaotic jam thing. Yeah, we had.
So let's go through the songs. We opened up with Good American.
And you know what? I do recall because we have photos of this first show in my business satchel. But the first 5 or 6 songs I played acoustic.
Yep.
And Good American, I mean, that was, just
The words were, I don't care, I'm a good American.
yes. That's right.
I remember
That's
that
right.
one.
I mean, God, this was even before we'd written I Hope You Die or Dig a Hole.
Yeah. So I don't remember You Get to Me. Do you remember that one?
I do. I mean, I'm not going to sing every one of them, but that one was just, I think, Todd talking about his parents.
I love Everything's in Place.
You remember that
Yeah,
one?
it's very percussive. He played acoustic on that one too, didn't he? So you both played acoustic on Everything's in Place.
Right,
I
right.
think.
And then, oh my God, a total nod to the Pixies. Surfer Rosa, that was definitely had the whole Pixie feel to it. Kind of
I
a little
love that
Spanish
song.
guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fast and fun.
It
And,
really, yeah. Remember Bonnie?
right?
I don't remember the story behind.
Remember
that song.
Bonnie has those lyric. To me, I am the greatest guy ever. Isn't that? Wait, no, that's Fred. Wait.
Yeah. Well, that was because he sang. Todd sang about Fred the dog in Remember Bonnie.
Okay.
Remember Bonnie? She was the prettiest girl in school. I had a crush on her, and
Yep.
then I'm out.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah, and then
remember.
he says, to my dog, I am the greatest
Yeah.
thing ever. Almost
right.
a god.
Yes, that's right. Right. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Together our brains will work the
so
song
that
out.
one is about, because the chant at the end of that song is, when
When
I'm
I'm
dead,
dead,
no one gets nothing except for Fred.
him.
Yeah, we changed it, and every once in a while he would say Fred.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, we
no
would
one
say,
get nothing except for him. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jaguar. That was a good one.
I liked that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll pull some of these out and play
Bum, bum,
acoustically.
bum, 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 bum. Yeah. that
Jaguar
one was
had
good.
a very cool groove to it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we wrote another groove song like that later.
No, there weren't that many. It just kind of started getting heavier. And then Zsa was just,
It was filler
yeah.
because we didn't have enough songs for a full set.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It was, I
Yeah.
think we should have kept that kind of like Hairless
Yeah.
on Rubberneck.
Oh, yeah. That's a good analogy. And I remember calling it Ja Squared. Well, first of all, because I had seen on one of those evening shows where it's all the news and all this stuff, Maury Povich hosted it. But he was the guy. But anyway, they were doing an interview with Zsa Zsa because she had been kicked off a plane
Oh my God, I remember this.
with her 5 dogs or something, or her special dog. There may have just been one, but she had bought a seat for the dog and all this stuff. And she was cussing out the airline. She was cussing out the pilot, the staff. I mean, just this.
But didn't we use a Zsa Zsa
We did on
edit?
Yeah, on that song, I think we did
Right, I
because
think we
I took
played it.
I took an excerpt from that interview they did with her.
Where she was mad and cussing about her
Oh,
dogs.
yeah.
So we had a Zsa Zsa intro, kind of like the Butthole Surfers, with her cussing
Right.
about them being kicked off about her being kicked off the
Yeah,
plane.
yep,
Oh
and
my
just
God, that's
hating
hilarious.
everyone.
Right.
Straight up, that was the very first song that we wrote.
Yep.
And I remember George Strait was just fucking huge at that moment because I remember being, of course, at Sound Warehouse, and we had to stock those damn cassettes daily. And then people would come in saying, "You got George Strait? You got George Strait?" And that's where it was like, instead of just spelling it the right way, I was like, "Fuck it, let's
We
just
spelled it like
George
George Strait.
straight up." And then It's Funny.
It's Funny was a great song.
That
too.
really was. It the thing I really liked about it was because it kind of had just a good song structure, because then at the very end we just start bashing and just going nuts. And that is when I turned on the pickle dick of Bon Jovi.
Yeah, because we have that thrashy
Yeah.
part at the
Yeah,
end,
it's fine.
and then Bon Jovi's pickle dick
Yeah.
spins. Or we had Chucky at one time. Who
Chucky, his head
his
would
head.
spin. Yeah, and I think we retired it after Chucky. But yeah, right at the end of that song is when I spun Bon Jovi's dick. So,
Good times.
so
Man,
God,
it's fun thinking about these songs.
it's nuts, isn't it? I mean, and we rehearsed those so much, and we were so excited about our first show. And then there's so many stories that go along with our first show, but we can't tell them all here.
We'll tell those later. But I remember that we would every weekend rehearse like 8 hours
Probably so.
for these first shows and stuff when we were all learning. Todd knew how to play. When
Yeah.
you and I were learning how to play, we would play, then take a break for lunch,
Yeah.
and then play some more and go get dinner.
Oh yeah,
And that was our day on the weekend.
that was right.
And
then,
we were in college
Yep.
too, so we were having to
and then
work, school, this.
and I remember a guy that we worked with, Guy Vaughn,
Yes.
helped us with this first show because we didn't have a drummer. And so he ended up stepping in and helping us out just for this show.
I forgot. Yeah.
And-
He played a couple of shows, right?
He may have played too, but there was very few. I
Right.
mean, he really was just there to help us out because he was a metalhead.
He was a total, like, what do you have, like a 20-piece guitar, drum set? 20-piece drum
huge.
set.
Yeah.
Just, total metalhead.
Yeah.
And big Rush fan too.
Oh,
and
we
and
did-
he was like, I don't want to play your
I know we
crap."
didn't use him to the best of his ability, but
Right.
he definitely helped us out then, because otherwise we just would sit at my parents' house in the playroom, and Todd had the delay pedal where he'd go and capture it, and
Right.
that was the snare drum. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
beatbox. So
And so Guy said that he would play until we got a drummer, that he would help us find a drummer, and we played those first shows
Yeah.
with Guy. I think he might have played a couple.
yeah,
To find a drummer, and we would say at the end of the shows even, "Hey, we need a drummer. This guy's temporary. We need a drummer.
Yeah, he's not.
If you guys want to talk to us about drumming for us."
Yeah, don't assume we don't need a drummer.
And thank God Terry Valderas went to a show and saw us.
Yeah,
and he
he
came
would
on.
hang out at the Axis.
Yep.
And yeah,
And he was like, "I play drums."
yeah, and then it went to another level, and
Right.
then it just kept going and going. So
Ah,
yeah, damn, that's amazing.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to reminisce about all this. But maybe in another episode, we'll show some pictures and all that stuff. Maybe I'll dig the pictures out of this thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I think that's good.
Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Oh, my God. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And if you haven't listened to it, listen to it. We'll talk about stories that, or Jackalope Tales that have happened in music, include some of our stuff that happened to us.
Right.
Yeah, so new episodes every Wednesday. So
check it out, and you can see it on all the major streaming
yep.
formats, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, guys.